Hello, this is Kelly Acheson coming to you from Nashville, Wisconsin. Today I want to show you how to make these adorable little flowers. I played with the cherry on top cotton paper assortment last night, and these are so simple. I love them. So I'm going to show you how to make this card, and the cherry on top is the cute little flower. Let's get started. So first of all, we're starting with the Build a Birthday. This stamp set is one of my favorites out of the new big catalog. And I'm using Stampin' Up's new Whisper White thick cardstock. This is 80-pound cardstock, so it gives you a very sturdy base for your creations. And the first thing we're going to do is I took the Cherry on Top Designer Series stack, and this is just gorgeous paper. It's all color coordinating, and it goes perfectly with the Build a Birthday and also the Sprinkles on Top stamp set, because we've got the little donuts in here. So this is absolutely adorable, and all of these colors coordinate. So you've got Bermuda Bay, Cucumber Crush, Crushed Curry, Pool Party, Tip Top Taupe, Watermelon Wonder, ooh, I can't talk this morning, and Whisper White. So the first thing I've done is I've taken some of that designer paper and I've cut it into little strips. And we're going to use the Banner Triple Punch. And this actually accommodates 2-inch, 1.5, and 1-inch strips of paper. And this makes the easiest little banners. So you see that there are 3 different channels here. And the first one is your 1-inch, and you're going to push that all the way into your punch. And you're going to punch it, and you get a perfect banner every time. So I'm using 2 1-inch pieces. And then I've got a 1.5-inch piece. And I want to make sure that my banner is punched on the bottom of this paper with the little designs going down. Oops, let's do that, down. And then my 2-inch piece. And you can cut pieces in between these sizes. You just have to center them in this punch. And I've done that, and that works fine too. Okay. I'm going to glue my banner pieces on here about this far down on my card. Just going to line that up with the, whoops, you see that I got it a little bit crooked there. This is why I like to use glue, but today I'm using snail. And then we've got this one. I'm going to just put right here. Okay, and then these are all the same length. They cut these at 3 inches long, and I would like to see a little bit of variation there. So I'm going to just trim this one up just a little bit shorter, because I want my banners to be very random in length. And then I'm going to cut this one maybe just a little bit shorter than that last one. Make sure I get that all the way over to the white edge of my card. Super easy! Next, I'm going to be using our Cherry on Top washi tape. And again, this all coordinates not only with the stamp set, but with the designer paper stack. So we're going to do a Bermuda Bay. And again, I love this washi tape. It's just so simple to use. I'm just going to cover up a little bit of the edge, just in case if you don't get your banners perfectly even. You can just cover up a little bit of that edge. Oops, let's get that off of there. Careful with the paper snips. They're very sharp and they're pointy. They poke you easily. And then how about some of the crushed curry? I think that, whoops, is a good little accent here. Washi tape is very popular, and I just love that Stampin' Up! Offers it to match our paper and our colors, because when you get that whole stack of washi tape, boy, you have so many possibilities, and it makes crafting so easy because it all matches. Okay, next I'm going to stamp my birthday greeting in Bermuda Bay ink. There we go, birthday wishes. And then on the inside of my card, I would like to use these little cake layers. We're going to turn them sideways and use them as candles. So, and you have a little flame right here too in this set. So it's just got everything. And I'm using crushed curry, Bermuda Bay, Pool Party, and Watermelon Wonder. So our first candle is going to be the Bermuda Bay. Oh, and when you're using the photopolymer stamps, you should use your piercing mat. I've just covered it up with a piece of paper, and that makes your images stamp so nicely. I actually use it for almost all my stamping, just because it gives you a nice, crisp image. And then I think I'm going to do my Pool Party. Don't you love these photopolymer? You can see through them. They stick really good to your blocks. I absolutely love them. And then our flame. This is really important because you can see through that flame and you can place it absolutely perfect. Unless you're doing a video and you get that one crooked, but you know what I mean. So here's our little candles on the inside. How cute is that? And now I'm going to show you how to make that flower. What I've done is I've taken the cherry on top cotton paper assortment, and these come, you get, I believe it is 6 sheets of 12 by 12. So it comes in Cucumber Crush, Bermuda Bay, Watermelon Wonder, and Crushed Curry. I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay here, and I am also going to use the 1 3/4 inch scallop punch. I like to turn my punches upside down so I can see what I'm doing. I've got this doubled up, by the way. There's 2 layers here, and I'm going to punch out 3 times, giving me 6 layers of scallops. So you need 6 layers, and sometimes you'll have a rough edge and it'll be hard to pull out. Don't worry, we're not going to use that part anyway, so you can kind of rip it. There we go. And then we've got all 3 layers. Don't worry about that. I tore that a little bit there. There we go. Here's all 6 of our little scallops. And I'm just going to stack them up. These don't have to be perfect because you're not going to see that they all are right there in line when you're done. So since this is a piercing mat, I'm going to use it as a piercing mat. And I'm going to poke a hole right in the middle of my flower and use one of our tiny little mini brads. Any brad will work. And there we go. So just put a brad right in the middle. And then you're going to take your first little layer. Now, if you have problems separating these like I do sometimes, just use your pokey tool. You like that pokey tool? That's what I call it. That's what it does. It pokes. And all I've done is scrunched up that first one. And then we're going to take another layer. So you're going to do this all individually. And you're going to see how super, super duper easy and beautiful these little flowers are. I have trouble separating these because my nails are a little too long right now. you shouldn't have any trouble. Unless yours are too long, too. Okay, see? Just scrunch. This is not, there's no rocket science here. I'm just scrunching up this little flower. And then you're going to kind of fan it back out. This isn't just regular tissue paper, you guys. This is a cotton paper. It's thicker. So I think that's why it works really, really nice for this. How stinking adorable is that little flower? I cannot believe how simple this was. Now, we're going to put a dimensional on the back. Just pop that right over your brad. Squish it down a little bit. And stick it on the front of my card here. And then again, you can fan this out. Now, how's this going to go through the mail? Oh, who cares about that? This flower will flatten back out. You can flatten it back out. Put a little Post-it note in your card and tell your recipient to scrunch that up like that. They will have the most beautiful birthday card. So, there you go. We've got crushed curry, watermelon wonder, and Bermuda Bay in a jiff. Thanks for stopping by and stamping with me. As always, I appreciate your time.